The night of March 8, 2025, Caracas was a city of 8 million people going about their evening routines. Lights blazed across the valley, traffic filled the streets, and the hum of modern life echoed through Venezuela's capital. In 90 seconds, all that would change. A single American aircraft would plunge the entire city into darkness without firing a single missile. High above the Caribbean Sea, an EA-18G Growler electronic warfare aircraft approached Venezuelan airspace. This wasn't a fighter jet loaded with bombs. This was something far more devastating. A flying electronic warfare platform capable of shutting down an entire nation's infrastructure with invisible weapons, electromagnetic pulses, and jamming signals. The mission was codenamed Operation Blackout. Intelligence confirmed Venezuela was preparing attacks against American interests. The Pentagon's response was swift. Don't destroy the infrastructure, just turn it off. If you want to see how modern electronic warfare can cripple an entire capital city without firing a shot, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is warfare like you've never seen before. The EA-18G Growler is one of the most sophisticated electronic attack aircraft in the world. Based on the F divided by a -18F Super Hornet, it's equipped with an /ALQ 99 tactical jamming pods and advanced electronic countermeasures capable of detecting and neutralizing enemy radar and communication systems from hundreds of miles away. At 2,147 hours, the Growler crossed into Venezuelan airspace at 35,000 feet. Venezuelan S-300 surface-to-air missile batteries powered up, tracking the aircraft. Fighter jets scrambled from Maracay Air Base, but they were already too late. The first target was Venezuela's integrated air defense network. The Growler's jamming pods unleashed electromagnetic energy, flooding radar frequencies with noise and false targets. Radar screens across the country went white with interference. Within seconds, Venezuela's air defense network was blind. Next came communications. The Growler targeted military command frequencies, government networks, and civilian cell towers. High-powered jamming overwhelmed every frequency. Military commanders couldn't reach their units. Air traffic controllers lost contact with aircraft. Emergency services went silent. Then came the power grid. Using advanced cyber warfare capabilities, the aircraft transmitted an electromagnetic pulse toward Caracas's main power distribution centers, overloading control systems and triggering automatic safety shutoffs. At exactly 2,148 hours and 30 seconds, 90 seconds after the attack began, Caracas went dark. 8 million people plunged into blackness. Traffic lights failed. Hospitals switched to emergency generators. The presidential palace went dark. The modern world simply stopped functioning. This is just the beginning. Make sure you're subscribed because what happens next will blow your mind. The psychological impact was immediate and devastating. Citizens poured into the streets, confused and frightened. Social media exploded with panic. The Venezuelan government tried to issue statements, but without communications infrastructure, their messages couldn't reach anyone. Military commanders faced a nightmare. They couldn't communicate with units, couldn't coordinate responses, couldn't determine what was happening. Radar showed only static. Radio frequencies were jammed. Venezuela's entire military was paralyzed. Venezuelan Sioux, 30 fighters had scrambled circled uselessly, unable to locate the American aircraft. Their radars were useless, communications dead. They were flying blind. S-300 air defense batteries attempted to engage, but without radar guidance, they couldn't lock onto targets. Several batteries fired blindly into the night sky, missiles falling harmlessly into the Caribbean. The Growler's mission wasn't just chaos, it was a message. American electronic warfare capabilities were so advanced that Venezuela's entire military could be neutralized without firing a single kinetic weapon. No bombs, no missiles, no casualties, just complete shutdown. After 30 minutes of sustained jamming, the Growler withdrew. As it departed, jamming gradually ceased. Power returned to Caracas in stages. Communications slowly came back online. But the damage was done not physical, but psychological. Venezuela's military leadership understood what had happened. If the United States could shut down their capital with one aircraft, what could a full-scale attack accomplish? The demonstration was complete and undeniable. The final phase of this operation will shock you. Stay subscribed to see how electronic warfare is changing modern conflict forever. The international response was significant. Russia and China, who had supplied Venezuela's air defense equipment, were quietly alarmed. Their systems had been rendered completely ineffective. It was a stark demonstration of the technological gap between Western and Eastern military capabilities. In Washington, Pentagon officials monitored with satisfaction. Operation Blackout achieved every objective without a shot fired. Venezuelan capabilities had been exposed as vulnerable. Maduro's regime was humiliated. American technological superiority was demonstrated to the world. The EA-18G Growler returned to USS George Washington in international waters. The aircraft had been airborne less than 3 hours, but in 90 seconds, it accomplished what would have required dozens of strike aircraft using conventional warfare. For Caracas citizens, the blackout became La Noche Oscura, the dark night. The Venezuelan government blamed American electromagnetic terrorism, but couldn't explain their military's helplessness. Opposition leaders pointed to it as proof Maduro couldn't protect the nation. The military implications were profound. Operation Blackout demonstrated that in modern conflict, control of the electromagnetic spectrum could be more decisive than firepower. The ability to blind sensors, disrupt communications, and disable infrastructure without destruction represented a new warfare paradigm. The EA-18G Growler proved itself as one of the most strategically valuable aircraft in the U.S. arsenal. While fighters and bombers get headlines, electronic warfare platforms often determine modern conflict outcomes. They operate in the electromagnetic spectrum shadows, wielding invisible weapons that cripple nations without firing a shot. For Maduro's regime, the message was clear. Any conflict with the United States would be over before it began. American forces could blind Venezuela's military and dominate the battle space without ever entering with strike aircraft. The night Caracas went dark became a military academy case studied worldwide. It demonstrated warfare's future. Conflict decided not by firepower, but by who controls the invisible electromagnetic battlefield. And in that domain, the United States reigned supreme. 90 seconds. That's all it took to shut down a capital city of 8 million people. No explosions, no casualties, no destruction. Just complete electromagnetic spectrum dominance by a single American aircraft and its electronic warfare specialists.